Alrighty. These are just going to be my opinions. This is going to be what I think of things. I will take no questions unless screamed at in all caps. And let's do this really, really quick. I want, like, I don't want to think too hard on the tier list. I just want to be like, okay, initial thing. I have prestige 1 to everyone at this point, so I think I have a basic understanding of every character, and I have a preference of if I like them or not. So, let's start with my man, the Trappin'. Alright, Trapper. I'm telling you this right now. Trapper, this guy is the absolute essence of pretty good. I like him. He's classic. He's the guy. He's the front guy. I like him a lot. I like trap-based people. I like people that set up and then have like this scary, omnipotent field of power on the map. I think he's very fun, and he takes a lot of brains, and it's fun to see people step in the traps because that can not be brain sometimes. You know what I mean? Not the Jason ripoff at all. Exactly. You're getting it. You're getting it, chat. Wraith, my man Philip. I don't. I think he's epic, but I don't particularly like him too much. I think he's a little too basic. So next is Hillbilly. No, I got it wrong. Oh, where does he go? He goes there. Next is Billy. Billy did not enjoy. I'm gonna be real. I did not enjoy him a lot. I'm gonna be 100%. I'm gonna be 100%. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do this, but I'm gonna put Wraith up here. I'm gonna change this. Wait. So not epic. No. Sight. Caged. I think he's alright, especially with the new rework and stuff like that. I think he's definitely pretty fun and neat. But I don't... I think he's one of those people that it takes some effort to it takes some learning to play him really well and efficiently, and I just don't know if I'm willing to do that. There's a few characters where I feel similarly with that. I think they're cool, but I'm not willing to put in the time just yet, at least. But inevitably, sure. Nurse is the worst character. No, she's not the worst, but she is top 3 worst, which is what Scum Nerds is going to be. I'm going to make Scum Nerds my 3 least favorite. I don't like her. I do not like her. I've talked about it before. I think Nurse is the Lightborn of killers. I think she's really good and she's phenomenal at what she does, but when it comes to transferring those skills over to other characters, you honestly should probably have never touched her to begin with. She's way too slow. She's really ability dependent, which is a really big tick down for me. Noted what to pick next redeem. No. I don't really like her that much. I know she's good, and eventually I'll probably retract these statements, but I really think this lady is Lightborn. I think she teaches bad stuff through being good. That is what I think. What I don't think the same about that, though, is my man, woman, hag, Lisa, the hag. I'm gonna tell you right now, top 3. I might even be number 1. I really like her. I like her a lot. Everything I said about Trapper, you can take that and Kaioken Super Saiyan boost that. I love the way she walks around. I like her big little hand. She's got a cool design to me as well. I love her ability. I love that she can be everywhere and nowhere at once. I just can't get enough of her. I think she's great. I think she is fantastic. Super giddy. Like, back when I was still playing some of the earlier characters, like her and Huntress were the only ones that I thought I really, really, really liked a lot. Speaking of really liking, though, Myers, I think he's pretty good. I would put him. I don't think he's awesome, but I think he's pretty good. I do enjoy him a lot, and and I think he's got some really fun add-ons, and he's got some really fun, interesting play styles that a lot of people think are cringe, and they are. They are. But everyone's cringe. Everyone can be cringe if they so will it. You know what I mean? But I think he's really cool. I don't really have a bias because I haven't really seen any of the movies that much. I don't really have a movie bias for any of these characters, I will say, for any of the movie characters, because I haven't really seen any of them, if at all. So yeah, that's what I think of him. Now, someone I would put as awesome, though, is Doctor. I actually like him more than I think. I like... He doesn't have a flashy ability, in my opinion. He just has a pretty solid one. Something I'll say a lot is that I don't really like these aggressive movement-based people that they like to try and pin on you. Like Billy and Legion and... I'm looking through the thing really quick to see if there's any others. Wesker is also kind of there as well. Oni. I don't really dig the super aggressive unless done right. You know? And Doc doesn't have an aggressive thing like that. So there's literally no reason to bring that up. But I like him. And I like the way he giggles around the place. I think he's really cool and I'd love to play more of him. Huntress I really like. I don't know if I'd put her in top 3, though. I really, 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 really like her, though. But I'm going to say probably top of awesome is what I'm thinking. I think she's really cool. She's got a very simple ability that has a really, like... You don't have to be John Wick to land some axes, but eventually you can become John Wick to land crazy axes. And I've done it a few times, too, and I feel really good about myself. She's super great. She was probably my first love, apart from another character that I'm eyeing right now. And I'm happy to have her here. Happy to have her. Happy to have her. Love Anna. She is great. Next is Bubba. I like Bubba more than people think I do. I think he's awesome. I actually like him more than Doctor. He has a bit of a special place in my heart because he was the he was like the person I got into Iridescent with. Not Eerie 1, but I did get into Iridescent with, and he was the first character that taught me, like, okay, we got to play a little bit. We got to have our head in the game a little bit more. Like, I feel like Bubba was a turning point from when I went from mildly interested to kind of figuring out this game to starting to become pretty good at it, at least in my opinion, debatably. Thus, I super appreciate him, and I think he's just Billy, but better. And he's a funny little guy. I like him. He's very honkshu mimimi, and a lot of them are very, you know, like, I'm gonna camp the basement. And yeah, that's not cool. But again, we all have cringe. We all have different flavors of it. But yeah, like, I think he's about as cringe as a Wraith player. But I had more fun with him than I had Wraith. Now, the person I got Eerie 1 with for the first time is a character that I'm really going to fight to not put in top 3, but we will see. Similarly to Huntress, he might win. In fact, I would put him above Huntress. I immediately lie. I like Freddy a lot. I like underdogs, and I like this underdog. I've been waiting for this. Thank you for the follow. I'm trying to do this super fast, but thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm doing like a speed thing, like a boom, boom, boom. But thank you for the follow. Hey, hey, hey. I like Freddy a lot. I like underdogs. I think he's cool and tight and doing all these sick things. His ability isn't super good, obviously, but I think the teleporting to gens is really funny, too. I like that he Photoshop teleports in. I think that's a super cute little thing. And I like his little animations, and I like his little fingers, and I like that you can even change his ability straight up. I think that's really interesting. So, yeah. I'm gonna take a sippy of a drinky. Thank you, Nyla Renee, or Rini, or something else. Thank you for the follow. Can I follow you on Twitter too? I do not think you need to ask that. You are your own individual with conscience and power. And you do what you want. I appreciate it though. I would very much appreciate that. Yay! Thank you. Oh, the game kicked me out. Cool. That's fine. I was just using it as background music anyway. Okay, big sip and we go right back in. How long have you been streaming? Do you mean like in general? Okay, yeah, I was about to say, yeah. 1.5 years, I want to say. Something close to that. Definitely a year. I don't know if we've reached the half yet. I think we probably have, or will be coming close to it. Yeah. Yeah, I think we're about at half. Hello, though. Anyway. Okay, we go right back in. 3 and 2 and 1 and... Boah! I don't like Pig. I don't like Pig at all. I think she's better than Billy. I definitely have fun with her, unlike Billy, and I like role-playing an Assassin's Creed character with her blade, but I don't particularly think she's that neat. There's two people in the game that have like a stealth mechanic, other than a little guy that we'll talk about later. Actually, I'm lying. Yeah, there's 3 people with stealth mechanics. I think hers is probably like the weakest, but yeah, I don't know. The bear traps are fun as well. It's just, she's got some neat stuff, but I don't think I'm 100% here for her. Sadly. But yeah, have you played Black Flag? If you mean the Assassin's Creed, yeah. I played that once, like years ago when it came out. Something I else have also played years ago, except not, is Clown. I like Clown a lot. I'd put him like right here. Might even put him above Huntress, maybe, but I'm not sure. I like Clown. I like him a lot. I think he's neat. He's kind of annoying, but I think that's the fun of him. I think the fact that he was designed for anti-tunneling and stuff, and he gives you an absolute just cluster of things in your mouth and face when he hits you, is really funny. And I wouldn't have it any other way. He's a very gross dude, though. But that's not, we can't put him down for that. I could, but we could. I won't. Next one, Spirit. Easy top 3. I really like her. I might put her above Hag, but I'm not sure. I really like these two together. I really do. I think Hag beats her a little bit, though. I like Spirit a lot. I think Spirit is how you do something like Nurse, but right. I like that she has this really powerful ability to run at Mach 5, and all she has to do is listen pretty hard. I think that's really cool, and I super appreciate it and love it. She's the reason I even tried this game back in the day, years ago, was because of her. I thought she looked really cool. And she has the prettiest sundress in the world. And that's just a fact. A game fact. Thanks for watching. Next is Legion. Legion I don't care for. No, he's not that bad. Below they, I should say, because it's 4 people. Not as bad as Nurse. I wouldn't say top 3 garbage, but I don't like Legion. I don't care for Legion. I think it's a very boring playstyle, and I don't really like boring. I've said it before, I don't really like these aggressive characters that much unless you do it right, and I think he's an example of not really doing it right, in my opinion. It's cool that he can vault over stuff and run really fast, and then like the whole, yeah, I've injured you, and now you're mending. You need to mend now because I hit you. I'm just not here for it though. And then the whole, if he hits 4 people, he gets like a free hit down thing. I also don't think that's even that much to write home about as well, because most teams are going to be smart and just not let that happen. So yeah, Legion, underwhelming, and not a huge fan, unfortunately. I really like Plague. I don't know who I really like Plague. Oh, I think she might be my top. I think she might be number 3. I really like her. I think she's really fun. I like the Vommy. I like the red Vommy. I like everything she does. She was the character that made me start making little DBD 1-hour YouTube video gaming stuffs, so I owe a lot to her. And she has a cool headdress. And I like hitting people with a lamp. I like that. It's very cool and epic. I'm going to say that a lot because I'm trying to like speed around this for funnies. Thank you, by the way. Nice VTuber character. Thank you. I like to think I'm pretty cool. Next is Demo Doggy. I really like him. Like, I'd say as much as Freddy, maybe even more. I really like Demo. I'm so glad I came back when Stranger Things decided to come back as well. Or I decided to actually like play it like a lot harder around that time. So glad. So glad. Love Demo. Demo's so fun. I can see why people play him all the time as a dog. They like to role play a little dog man. He's great. Great. Absolute darling. Absolute darling. I'm also thinking of lowering Doctor to pretty good. I might put Bubba down here too. Yeah, that looks nicer to me. I don't like Ghostface. Even more than Legion. I think he's funny and quirky and all that. I think his stealth mechanic is actually worse than Pig's because it doesn't work and he gets revealed all the time. He feels like the most buggy character out of all of them because of that, and I have a really hard time having fun with him. I could just suck though. But I've had instances where people are like, for me, when a survivor is not looking at him, I don't see why that should tick down. But sometimes it happens, and I don't know if that's a function or not, but I'm just not really here for it. So yeah, not the hugest appreciator of it. Not the hugest. Next is Oni. Oni's even worse. No, he's a little better. I was actually gobsmacked by how much I didn't like Oni. I thought I would like him a good bit, but turns out doing that rush, really clunky. Not very satisfying to use. Like, I had Billy's more satisfying, in my opinion. Like, it's so not very cool. I don't know. I'm not here for it. I'm just not here for it at all. Not here for it. Also, low-key, I might put Ghostface down here. But at the top. I think he's my most favorite of the three that I don't like because I have the three in my head right now. I had two in my head. And I realized I had to make a third, and I don't think Ghostface will get... I don't think anyone will lose to him here. Next is Deathslinger. I don't really much care for Deathslinger. But I think he's aight. I think he's fun. He's another ranged character. I have more fun with people like Clown and Plague and Huntress, but I think it's cool that he has a little sight. I like that he has to reel in and pull you back. That's fun. That's fun and all that. I definitely didn't like him a lot until I actually gave him a shot. Like, dealing with him as Survivor, I always thought he was obnoxious and annoying, and I still hold true to that. But playing him definitely gives you a new perspective on things. And all things considered, you know, I'm glad he's here. He's cool. He's a neat idea, and he's not nearly as good as I thought. Like, he's not as OP as I thought he was once I actually understood him. Like, he kind of taught me that once you've played the character, you probably have a better understanding of going up against them, and that's cool. Now this one's gonna break my heart. I don't really like Pyramid Head a lot. Like, I'd put him here. Yeah, oh, I want to move Pig. I like there. I really like... Silent Hill's cool. I'm a gamer guy. I'm not a movie guy. I'm a gamer guy. So I appreciate Pyramid Head. And I think he's great. But I don't like his ability. It's not... It's like Billy. It reminds me of Billy. Is what it does. It reminds me of Billy. And Deathslinger's kind of the same thing as well. They have really neat abilities, but the question is, do I want to put that time in? And I don't think I want to put the time in for Pyramid Head just yet. If I was going to put the time in for anyone, it would probably be him. But unfortunately, I'm just not here for him. And it sucks, because I like Pyramid Head. I think he's he's a cool dude. I like the Silent Hill 2s. I like what he represents. I think it's cool that he's even here to begin with. So yeah, oh my gosh, we're almost done. Blight. Surprisingly, liked him a lot. Him and Nurse are often compared together as like big top tiers, and I was gobsmacked at the information that I actually like Blight a good bit. Enough to put him in awesome. I really like Blight. I really like Blight. And I did not think so. Because he seemed like Super Saiyan aggression. Which is not usually what I'm into. But I don't know, he was so like he worked so well. He worked so seamlessly. It was really like, once I got the hang of him, and it took a little bit to get the hang of him, granted, but once you get the hang of him, like, it's really fun. I will say though, and this doesn't really knock points down for him, similarly to people like Wesker, I cannot shake this ability, or I can't shake this feeling that he he might not be as good as he seems, but I don't think that's his fault. I think people just are like, people have learned to deal with them better, you know? Like Wesker and Blight are like up there with like Wraith and Billy as like characters, Huntress as well, characters that are really like, they're seen so frequently that it's really easy to start planning around them and stuff like that. But that doesn't take points down for me because I don't think that has anything to do with the character. Now going back to underdogs, I love twins. I love twins. I love twins. They are so good. I love twins. Charlotte and Victor are so fun. I love deploying Victor like a Titanfall thing. I think they're so good together. They're really fun. It's a unique kind of controlling kind of build that I appreciate. It's the type of stuff that Hag does that I really enjoy. And I wouldn't have it any other way. Love twins. Love twins. Absolutely great. They are not played nearly enough. If you are watching this, you should go play twins. What you shouldn't play, though, is the worst character in the game, Trickster. Hate him. I think he's scum. I think he's boring. I think he's boring to play. He's boring to go up against. I don't really care for the fit that much. The K-pop thing is boring to me. Especially after stuff like KDA and all that. And like all those other League boy bands they make. I'm just, I'm not. Oh, this is the super not here for it. I just don't think he's fun. I don't like throwing the knives. I think the throwing even more knives just rapidly doesn't really do much either. Like, Trickster was the shortest time we spent with a character, because I'm pretty sure we just played him, and then I just, like, got a bunch of points and just spent them so that I'd get out of here. Like, it's amazing that he is in between two fantastic characters. Because the next fantastic character is Nemesis. I might put him there. I like Nemi. I like Nemi a lot. I like walking around with my big boots and my power stance. I love the tentacle. I love the zombies. I love that they have to do the T-virus vaccine. I think it's great. I love that he says stars when he kills certain characters. You can't beat it. You can't beat him. I think he's great. Dare I say, he's the best video game IP out of the other two. And lo and behold, right after that, they drop another banger. They drop Pinhead. I love Pinhead. I think he's great. I think he's pretty good. I'd put him up here, but I think Awesome's getting a bit too many characters. I think he was really fun. I think it takes a while to get the hang of him, but once you get it, you get it. I think he's really neat. And again, I don't know his movie, but I like his style. I like what he does. I like his chains. I like the box that you opened. I like that he cameses. You can't beat it. You can't beat it. And then this next one's going to break my heart. I really like Artist. I really like Artist. But I have to put her, like, here. I cannot let her pass Kait. I think she's probably visually one of my favorites, right beside someone like my top 3. Like, I'd put her... If I liked her ability more, I'd probably put her in top 5. I think it's like Pyramid Head. I think I just need more time, or she's just underutilized a lot, or people don't use her, or she's very, like, nerfed a lot or something. It's just unfortunate, because I really like her. I really, really like her. I love her. I love her, dare I say. Oh, we're almost done. We're almost done. Next up, Sadako, favorite movie character. I really like her. I think she might beat Freddy. I really liked her a lot. I want to play more of her, and when we were done with her, I was, like, disappointed. Like, I hated Dredge for a few matches because he wasn't Sadako. Which, granted, I think putting both of them together back to back was not a good idea, because I think fundamentally from a basic perspective, they're not that different. Like, 2 teleport people back to back is weird, in my opinion. You know? It's like if Trapper and then Hag were like the 2 first characters in the game. It'd be weird, right? It'd be odd. It'd be strange. But she's great. I really like her. I like her ring things. I like that she can condemn and teleport through the TV. I like her. When I say her ring thing, I mean I like her attack. I think she's great. I dig Sadako. I dig her a lot. Probably my favorite movie character, I would have to say. She might fight one other person for this, other than Freddy. Okay, she might fight two more, but we'll have to see, because I'm thinking about it as we are going through these last ones. Dredge is like the bottom of pretty good. I don't think he's that bad, especially once I started getting the hang of him. I think chases with Blight is, or not Blight, with Dredge is also really fun. I love that you can explode out of lockers if you're clever about it. And he's got a freaky little design, but that's kind of all he's got. Sadly. If you like Blight though, power to you. If you have P100 Blight or something, you're crazy, and I like you. I like you. I like you. You're my friend. Wesker's not my friend though. No, he is not. I don't like Wesker, and that really sucks. A lot that I said about Blight can be said about him in the negatives, where my experience might have got a little bit like skewed or tilted or something like that, because people just know how to deal with him. And because of that, I don't think his ability's that good. I really don't. I think he's really fun, and I like that he talks, but I can't. It's like Pyramid Head. It's tragic. I just don't really see myself playing these characters a ton. We will have to see, obviously, because now that I Prestige 1 everyone, I'm kind of down to play whoever people want, or whoever I feel like. So maybe we will try more of them, and we'll make a new tier list like a year later or something. But that's kind of how I'm feeling for the moment. That's kind of how I love Knight. I love Knight. I like Knight a lot. I think I'm not good enough on him yet, but I really like what he does. It's probably it's the best. I keep talking about like aggressive characters. I wouldn't call this guy aggressive, but I'd say he's aggressive in the same way Spirit is, where it's more about like tricking people mid-chase, if that makes sense. It's not like Wesker where you just you just like grab them, or like Billy or Bubba where you just, you know. It's not those. They have very direct methods of dealing with you. These guys have very like sneaky ways, you know. Spirit stops chasing you for a second. That's scary. Knight starts planting. He starts planning a patrol somewhere. That's scary. It's really cool. I like him. I like the bit. I like his little friends too. I like the little camaraderie they have together. I like Knight a ton. I like him a ton. Skull Merchant. This might surprise people. I do like her, but I understand why people don't. She's weird. She's very strange. I thought I would like her a lot more, because on paper she's very hag-like, or, you know, other characters that are more controlling. I do like that. But the drone, she has a lot of stuff. Like, she checks her phone, she puts drones down, she's got like a thing and that, she has to scan people, she can make them go counterclockwise. Like, it's weird. She's got a lot of stuff you have to attribute for. I think honestly, a P100 Skull Merchant might be the most impressive P100, just from like actually like figuring out how stuff works. Next to the next character we're about to bring up. Because Singularity is literally like the exact pinnacle of like, this dude controls stuff. This dude is very controlling. I thought, as a filthy controller player, I really thought I was just not gonna like Singularity. I thought it was just gonna be like, oh, this guy's clearly designed for a PC. But no. I was actually astounded. I really like him too. I really want to play more of him. Like, I really like him. And it kind of surprised me how much I really like him. I love slipstream. I love slipstreaming, and then you hit him with the overclock, and it's crazy, and like, you know, just fantastic. Also, I might tweak the tier list a little. I'm thinking I might do this. And this and this. And the reason why is because both of these people are going to go into like A tier. Xenomorph is fantastic. I have an absolute ball playing them. It's very similar to something like Sadako, which is probably why I put them right beside each other. The tail was tricky to get the hang of, but it's really nice, especially when I learned that the tip of the tail is a makeshift sight. I love that you can see the footsteps when you're crawling through the thing. I like that you can highlight which place you're going through because it is a nightmare maze down underneath the thing. The turrets are even like a fun thing to deal with. They are annoying, but I think it's like the EMPs. It's a fun like mechanic that they have to go up against me. Like I feel fair. I feel fairer by them having that stuff. And finally, the one that is really fresh in my mind. Charles Entertainment Ucky. I think I'll put him right about here. Now, I don't like Chucky as a character, as a person. I don't like the. I think he's not cool. The whole doll thing is weird to me. I don't get it. I think he's a dork, personally. But then I played him, and I was like, this guy is the perfect stealth mechanic. It's weird, because I don't much care for stealth characters, as you can tell from Pig and Ghostface, but I also don't really care for super aggressive people that have a really straightforward way of dealing with you. So it makes you wonder, why do I like Chucky? And I don't know. He's just a perfect storm. He's a perfect storm of two things I don't like coming together to be perfect. And there's not much more to ask. There's not much more to ask. I really just, I think he's great. And he's epic. I love using the word epic. Okay, we did it. That is the tier list done. That is the tier list done. The top threes could definitely change. Like, this looks right to me, this looks right to me, this looks right, this looks right. But I'm going to stick with this because we're going to be here for all night if we do this. But that is what I think. And I hope you guys enjoyed that speed run, because I enjoyed doing it. Maybe I'll make this like a funny video and people will clap. Maybe this will be like big YouTube, like, oh, VTuber ranks DVD killers and his opinions are based. You know what I mean? Maybe. We shall see.